So a three-phase Y-connected synchronous machine has a stator with 2,000 turns per phase. What rotor flux would be required to produce a voltage of 5 kV line to line? Okay, so di ba meron tayong formula, yung EG per phase. So dalawa po yan. Okay, so EG per phase, so this is equivalent to, so if you want to use 2.22, okay, so this one is a three-phase. Okay, so 2.22, so Kp multiplied by Kd, then multiplied by frequency, flux, then J per phase. Okay, so or pwede mo ring gamitin yung isa. Okay, so whatever yung memorize mo or yung gusto mong gamitin. So EG per phase, so this is also 4.44. Okay, this time naman, so yung ating Z papalitan natin ng N. Okay, so pagkakaiba po niyan kasi, so itong Z per phase natin, so yan po ay naka-number of conductors per phase. Okay, so si N per phase naman, so yan yung naka-turns per phase. Okay, so yan. So in case naman na ito lang yung memorize mo, okay, yung 2.22 lang, so pwede mong i-incorporate yung conversion natin from also your DC generator, given that, so yung one turn natin is also equivalent to 2 conductors. Okay, so kaya kung gusto mong gamitin to engineer, so gagawin mo lang dyan is magta-times 2 ka lang. Okay, kasi turns yung given. Okay, sige. So since turns na po yung given, so ito na lang po yung gamitin natin, yung 4.44 natin. Okay, so engineers, we have Y connected. Okay, so since that is a supply, so therefore, okay, imperative na dapat balance yan, no? Okay, kaya line to line voltage is also equivalent to square root of 3 of your V per phase. Okay, so from your formula, so ang kailangan natin gamitin is EG per phase. Therefore, so yung given na 5 kV line to line, okay, so di-divide pa natin yan ng square root of 3. So therefore, we have your 5 times 10 raised to 3. So usual ng value ng flux natin ay milliwebers. Okay, so square root of 3, then that is equivalent to, so again, I'll use this one na para diretso. So you have 4.44. Nakalimutan natin si ano dito pala, sorry. So si Kp at saka si Kd. Pakilagay na lang. Okay, palitan lang natin to. Okay, so EG per phase. So that is equivalent to 4.44. Okay, Kp and then Kd. Okay, so yan. So you have formula for your Kp and your Kd. But in the case, engineers, na wala ka pong way para masolve po yan, si Kp and Kd, so we will assume distributed. Okay, and then we will assume yung coil span ay unity. Or in short, assume natin na si Kp natin is 1. Okay, along with your Kd, be 1. Di ba wala naman tayong binigay dyan na pole pitch, wala ding slots per pole, so there is no way para masolve natin si Kp and Kd. Therefore, assume mo na 1. Okay, so along with frequency, so wala rin tayong paraan para makuha. So wala tayong number of pole, wala tayong N, so di natin makukuha. Okay, so if that's the case again, so you will assume 60 Hz. Okay, so then that is multiplied by the flux. Okay, divided by, so gamitin na natin si 2,000 turns. Okay, naka-per phase na po yan, so okay na. Okay, solving now for the flux. So usual unit naman yan ay naka-milliweber. Okay, so let's try to solve. So you have your 5 times 10 raised to 3 over square root of 3. Equivalent to 4.44 times 1 times 1. Okay, then times 60, so times x. And then times 2,000. So should solve. So usually milliweber po yan. Okay, so that's your answer. So it is either 5.42. Yan, so times 10 to the negative 3 Weber. Okay, or if you answered 5.42 milliweber, so much better. But again, so both are correct. Okay, so that's your answer. Okay, so kung ang ginamit mo naman, engineers, is ito. Okay, pwede rin naman, no? So, palitan natin 2.22. Okay, again, so dapat yan ay nakakonductor per phase. Eh, yung nakabigay po ay turns per phase. O, di-convert muna natin, no? Okay, para maging turns or para maging conductors per phase yan. So, conversion po ulit. Okay, so there are 2 conductors in 1 turn. Shift solve. Okay, parehas lang din po yung answer. Okay, so kaya any of the 2 solutions ay parehas. Okay, so that's number 22. Okay, next one. So, dun tayo sa number 24. Objective. Okay, so the driving power from the prime mover driving an alternator is lost, but the alternator remain connected to the supply. Okay, so yung power circuit breaker daw niya ay hindi nag-trip. Okay, and then its excitation is on. Okay, so the alternator will be blank. Okay, so natanggal yung prime mover niya. Okay, pero gumagana pa rin yung ating alternator. Okay, so ang sagot dyan sa mangyari, so it will behave as synchronous motor and rotate at the same direction. Okay, so letter D. Okay, so ang mangyari kasi dito, so engineers, so since nawala yung prime mover natin, so hindi na po siya yung magsusupply. Okay, but rather, okay, it will become a load. Diba kapag naging load yung alternator, so it will be, or it will motorize. So ibig sabihin, magiging motor siya. Okay, so the alternator fails to supply. Okay, so ganyan po yung nangyari, no, kapag natanggal yung prime mover natin. Diba yung mga prime movers, so yan yung mga turbina.
Sorry.
Okay, so turbina pagdating sa hydropower plant. Okay, so fails to supply power. So kumbaga yung nagpapaikot, no, ng ating alternator. Okay, so the alternator fails to supply power but starts receiving power. Okay, so yan po yung mangyari sa kanya. Okay, so hence, it will behave as a motor. Okay, specifically, so it will become a synchronous motor. Okay, so as a motor. Okay, so and then kapag ito ay nangyari, okay, so ang mangyari po dyan, so windings will be damaged. Okay, so windings will be damaged due to high current. Okay, so syempre, mas mabilis na po yan, no? Okay, di ba pag motor, so mas mabilis yung speed. Okay, so windings will be damaged due to high current. Okay, hindi na makokontrol kasi engineers, no, yung speed niyan. Okay, kasi nawala na yung prime mover. Anyway, so that is letter D. So it will behave as synchronous motor and rotate syempre at the same direction. Okay, so that's number 24. Next one, so doon po tayo sa number 26, so another objective problem. So a commercial alternator, so has letter B, stationary armature and rotating field. Diba, nabanggit naman yan ng lecture na pwede pong kahit ano yung mag-rotate dyan, pwedeng mag-rotate si armature or pwede ring mag-rotate si field. Pero ang commercial, so ang nagro-rotate si field. And then si armature is stationary. Okay, next, so solve natin si number 27. Okay, so in the armature winding of an alternator, so the coil span falls short of full pitch by 60 degrees. When we say short of full pitch by 60 degrees, so ibig sabihin engineers, that is your P degrees at short pitch, syempre. So short, sabi niya. Okay, P degrees at short pitch. So question, what is the pitch factor? Okay, di ba po, bukod po doon sa formula ng Kp equals cosine or sine times 90 degrees times fractional pitch. and then cosine of 90 degrees multiplied by short pitch. So isa pa pong formula para mahanap si Kp, so that is equivalent to sine of your P degrees divided by 2. Okay, so yung P degrees na yan, so yan yung fractional pitch. Let's say F. Okay, so or pwede rin, so Kp, ito naman ay sine, or sorry, that is also your cosine, okay, of P degrees, so let's say S for short pitch, so divided by 2. Okay, so yan yung pwedeng gamitin na formula. Okay, and then also yung P degrees. Okay, so yung P degrees po, engineers, ng fractional pitch natin. Okay, so then plus yung P degrees, okay, ng short pitch natin, so it is equivalent to 180 degrees. Okay, so you can use either of the two formula, so it will give you the same answer. So gamitin na lang po natin ito. So from here, so you have your Kp. Okay, this is equivalent to cosine, so since yan na po yung given, of 60 degrees divided by 2. Okay, so yun din yung indication kung paano malaman kung short pitch yung angle or full pitch. Okay, just like nung pag-identify nyo ng fractional pitch and short pitch. Okay, so 60 divided by 2. So answer there is also 0.866, or that is also square root of 3 divided by 2. Okay, so that's the value of your Kp. Okay, so that's number 27. Okay, next one. So let's solve your number 29. So wala pong choices ulit. 29 tayo. So if in a three-phase alternator, so field current of 50 ampere produces a full load of 200 ampere on short circuit and 1730 on open circuit. Okay, then its synchronous impedance is blank. Okay, so again, so from your lecture, so the synchronous impedance, diba, syempre, so that is also your open circuit voltage per phase. Okay, then that is divided by the short circuit current per phase. Okay, yan. So substitute natin. Okay, so we have yours, so engineers, so we have three phase, and then, di ba po, pag wala pong binanggit kung anong type ng ating connection, so we will assume Y. Okay, and then usually kasi, or majority, or usually, okay, so ang connection po kasi ng ating alternator ay Y connection. Okay, so therefore, so again, for Y connection, so ito engineers, no, so these are line-to-line values. Okay, so wala pong binanggit. So line to line, and then this also is voltage line to line. Therefore, so ang kailangan natin, okay, so ito yung gagamitin natin, no? So 200 amps, so hindi po yung 50 ampere sa field po yan. Okay, yan, so 200 ampere on short circuit and 1730 on open circuit. Okay, so therefore, so ang gagawin natin muna siya short circuit, so since that is Y, didividean po natin yan ng square root of 3. Okay, so while yung ating short circuit current, so tanda naman natin sa Y, okay, so line to line voltage is square root of 3, your per phase value, and then also your line to line current is the same as the per phase current. Okay, yung concept na yan nasa polyphase ay gagamitin nyo up until power systems. Okay, so this is divided by 200. Okay, so wala nang ano dyan, walang power factor or any angles. Okay, so that is divided by 200. Okay, so answer there would be approximately 5 ohms. Okay, so yan, so that is your synchronous impedance. Okay, or 30 and 31 tayo, so objectives. Okay, 30. So low speed alternators are driven by, so answer there would be letter A. Okay, we have your hydraulic turbines. Okay, so itong mga to ay nasa pinoybix.org and sa mga iba pa nating sources na pinagkukuhanan din sa board exam. Okay, number 31. So high-speed alternators are driven by, so pag low-speed, hydraulic. Pag high-speed, steam turbines. Okay, letter C. Okay, so next, let's solve number 36. Or 35 muna. 35. 33 muna. Okay, so in large alternator, so dampers. Okay, so answer there would be letter C. Okay, it increases stability. Next, so let's solve 35 and 36. So find the frequency in kilocycles per second in the armature of a 10-pole, so 1,200 RPM generator. Okay, so again, using your formula of your force, so of your frequency, so F is equivalent to, okay, we have your Pn divided by 120. Okay, so engineer, so ang sinabi po, kilocycles per second, or that is also kilohertz. Okay, kung ang sinagot mo hindi nakakilo, so hindi po natin i-consider kasi minsan nga po, meron sa choices, kunwari ang sagot ay 1 kilohertz, meron sa choices 1, meron sa choices 1,000. Okay, so daw parehas silang tama, but hindi po. Okay, daw parehas silang tama, pero in-specify kasi sa problem. Okay, kaya dapat ang i-answer natin ay nakakilo. So we have your 10, so multiplied by 1,200. So must be in RPM, so okay na. So divided by 120. Okay, so from there, so that is 10 times 12. So then divided by 120. Okay, again engineers, pag 100 Hz yung sagot, mali po. So hindi natin i-consider para masanay na. Okay, ang tamang sagot dyan, i-divide mo ng 1,000 or press Shift ENG. So answer there is 0.1 kilohertz. Okay, so that is our answer. Okay, so yan. So gagamitin nyo rin yan hanggang AC motors. So F equals Pn divided by 120. Okay, next naman. So doon po tayo sa number 36. Okay, so another with no choices. So two alternators A and B are connected or are operating in parallel, supplying a load drawing 1000 kVA at 0.80 power factor lagging. So if alternator A contributes 500 kVA at 0.60 power factor lagging, determine the power factor. So indicate whether lagging or leading of alternator B. Okay, so again, so nabanggit na nung lecture yan. So yung circuit natin, okay, para lang po siyang Millman's circuit, no, engineers, nung kayo po ay nasa DC circuits. Okay, so di ba nung Millman's nyo kasi ay, or ng DC circuits, battery. Okay, dito naman ay generator or alternator. Okay, but so the same pa rin yung concept. Okay, so si alternator A, so magdi-deliver yan ng kuryente kay load. Okay, so ganun din si alternator B, so magbibigay din yan ng kuryente kay load. Okay, so let's say this is IL. Okay, so ganun po ulit. So para mahanap yung power factor natin, so pwede nating gamitin si S. Okay, di ba? So yung S ng load. Okay, so di ba engineers, so syempre kung ilan yung load mo, so yun yung susuplayan mo. Okay, so therefore, okay, yung load natin, so susuplayan siya ng alternator A. Okay, ganun din kay alternator B. Okay, so pwede ka rin gumamit ng current analysis, no? Okay, kasi andun naman yung power factor. So yun nga lang, walang voltage. Pero nga, magka-cancel lang din, no? Kasi, or pwede ka mag-let, kunwari, 230 volts. Okay, so ang hinahanap dyan is yung S ni alternator B. Okay, so solve natin. So since walang shape solve sa mode 2, i-algebra natin. Let's say S ni B. So para makuha natin yung power factor, kunin natin yung S. Okay? Sabi niya, a load drawing 1000 kVA at 0.80 power factor lagging. Okay, so that is 1000. So angle. So again, for lagging, we have your positive power factor of S. Okay, so this is inverse cosine of 0.80. Okay, because the power factor or the theta of the power factor, so it is also inverse cosine of power factor. Okay, so since we are looking for SB, so we just minus or subtract the contribution, okay, or rating ni alternator A. Okay, so again, 500 angle. Okay, so lagging. Okay, so lagging tsaka lagging. So syempre, naturally, okay, lagging yung load, lagging yung isang alternator. So naturally, lagging din yung alternator B natin. Okay, so positive, we have your inverse cosine of 0.60. Okay, so solving now for SB. Okay, so gawin nyo lang po yan, engineers, as polar form. Okay, so we have your 1000 mode 2. Okay, 1000 then angle, so inverse cosine of 0.8. Okay, then minus 500. Okay, so we have your angle, then inverse cosine of 0.60. Okay, transform that into polar. So shift 2, 3. Okay, so that is ds. Okay, so we don't need the magnitude of your S. Ang kailangan lang natin is the power factor angle. Okay, so again, so since that is positive, so therefore, it must be, or your answer must be in lagging. Okay, so lastly, so your power factor now. So just get, so paki-double check nga po kung tama, 21.8. It is 21.8. So therefore, that is cosine of 21.8 degrees. Again, engineering, so since it is positive, so it is a lagging power factor. Okay, pag ang sinagot ay ano lang, ito, kung 0.9285 lang, mali po, no? So, kung nilagay leading, mali din. Okay, so hindi natin i-consider kasi nga po, in-specify sa problem kung lagging or leading. Okay, para pumasanay na tayo, no? So, napaka-importante kasi na dapat malaman natin yung nature ng power factor. Okay, so yan, kung ang sagot mo ay 0.93, 0.9285, 0.929, so parehas. Okay, so check na lang yung mga malapit na values. Okay, so that's number 36. Ayan. Okay, so pag may mga parallel lang, no? So same concept with AC polyphase nyo and AC single phase. Sige po, so skip natin si 37. So let's solve the objectives, so 38 and 39. Okay, so it is never advisable to connect a stationary alternator to live bus bars. Okay, because so answer there is letter B. Okay, it will get short-circuited. Okay, to connect a stationary alternator, okay, it will get short-circuited. So number 39, so three-phase alternators are invariably Y-connected because, ano pong sagot yan? Okay, because it has higher terminal voltage. Okay, di ba mas mataas po? So pag nag-Y-connected ka, pinapataas mo yung voltahe. Okay, kasi V line to line is square root of 3 V per phase. Okay, kapag ka naman nag-delta ka, pinapataas mo yung kuryente. Okay, kasi I line to line is square root of 3 of V per phase. Okay, so that's number 39.